Welcome to Northern Ireland, welcome to Belfast, welcome to the Mary Peters track, and welcome to the Belfast International Athletics Meet. Athletes from all over these islands and further afield have come to Belfast this evening, many of them with an eye to the upcoming Commonwealth Games in Glasgow and indeed the European Athletics Championships in Zurich. Keep an eye out for Christine McMahon of Ballymena and Ferrybank's Jessie Barr in the women's 400 metre hurdles. They'll have to run very well though if they're to overcome Aisha Naibi-Way. She's come over from Herne Hill in England to challenge them.
So it's the women's 400 metres hurdles to get us underway, and this features Aisha Naibi-Way of Herne Hill in England. Jessie Barr, recently back from injury, competed in the European Team Championships in Tallinn. Nessa Cooper, Kelly McGrory, Kate McGowan and Christine McMahon. Well, Jessie Barr is in lane 3, Christine McMahon in 5, and Aisha Naibi-Way in lane 7. And Naibi-Way, a personal best this year of 58.48. In terms of personal best, she's got third or fourth fastest, but only Christine McMahon has done better than her this year. McMahon running 56.97 earlier this year, and she's hit the front. Now Jessie Barr's doing her best to keep up here in third place. Obviously the stagger plays a big part here, but McMahon looks well out in front at the moment. Aisha Naibi-Way well out on the outside in lane 7 going well, and Jessie Barr also on the inside. It's between these three right now, but Christine McMahon looking very comfortable, a couple of strides in front between Barr and Aisha Naibi-Way at the moment for second place, and Barr just in second place, McMahon comfortably in front, but now she's being reeled in on both sides. Barr on her inside, Aisha Naibi-Way on the outside, and Aisha Naibi-Way is coming late and will win it, and McMahon I think might have been pipped on the line for second, so it's third for the Ballymena and Antrim athlete who had led for a good bit of that, and it's victory for Aisha Naibi-Way.
Good win for Aisha, but Christine will be very disappointed with the way she tied up over the last 50 metres. She had a very good lead coming off the bend. Jessie Barr, first race in a long time coming off injury. She'll be pleased with that. She finished strongly.
Aisha, congratulations, a great race there. You had to leave it quite late against some serious opposition in Christine and Jessie.
Yeah, my first 5 hurdles were terrible, but I guess the strongest part of my race this year has been the last 5 hurdles, so I just had that confidence, so even if I mess up the first 5, I know I can still always come back.
And against international quality like Christine McMahon and Jessie Barr, you must have known that you were going to have to dig it out.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I'd have to run like a 57 or something to win, but I'm happy with 58.
58.5, not bad and not far off your PB.
No, not far. I'm very consistent around the 58.5, 58.4s for the past 3 weeks, so it's looking good. I'm waiting for my big 57 drop.
Jessie just pipped there in the 400 hurdles. The English girl came strong in the end.
She did, yeah. Aisha, I've seen her in training. I knew she's good, and she just ran a PB last week, so no single form. To be honest, about halfway through that race, I was a good bit down. I didn't expect to pull it back like I did after that last hurdle. I just gave it everything I had. And as you can hear, I'm knackered.
And you haven't run much this season, but that is a season's best.
Yeah, it's a season's best in what's been a pretty crappy season, if I'm honest. Sorry for the language. This has been my best season. I'm coming back from stress fracture in my foot, which I got in December, so that knocked me out of training completely until April. So I've really only been doing proper training since May, so I can't complain, but I'm my biggest critic, so I'm always hard on myself. So just good to pull out a faster race than I've been doing.
The European Championships come up in Zurich in August. That must be a target on your horizon.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, last Europeans I was finalist, so obviously it's definitely not only my target, but like to make another final would be amazing. But at the moment I haven't even got the time to qualify yet, so at the moment the target is just getting there, and then I can think about actually running fast there. So hopefully another 3 races, maybe I can pull it back a bit.
Jessie, congrats.
Under 15 boys 100 metres, Josh Majori of North Down in 2, Brantley Mulholland of City of Lisburn in 3, Josh Armstrong City of Lisburn in 4, Aaron Sexton North Down in 5, Matthew Wilson Orchard County 6, Rhys McMurray Ballymena and Antrim in lane 7. Well, they're away first time, and it's a good start in 4 from Josh Armstrong. But here comes Aaron Sexton now, showing his class so early. Bradley Mulholland is coming as well, but Sexton's going to win this very easily indeed. And I think actually Matthew Wilson got up into second place ahead of Bradley Mulholland on the line. 11.65 on the clock. Aaron Sexton wins it, and wins it very, very well indeed. So the women's 100 metres features Amy Foster on her way to the Commonwealth Games. Hayley Jones of Wigan District, Catherine McManus, Elaine O'Neill, Louise Holmes, Katie Jane Priest and Emma Willis.
Good chance for Amy Foster to show the home crowd just how good she is.
And we're away first time. And Foster right in the middle lane, streaking forward alongside Hayley Jones at the moment, and Foster's class is showing here. She wins an 11.68. Hayley Jones second, Catherine McManus third of DCH. And Foster on her way to Glasgow for the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, Amy's efforts this year are primed towards the Commonwealth Games. And defending her national championship as well later in July, but she looks in good form. She was very sharp out of the blocks there.
Amy, congratulations. Nice to get a win under your belt so close to the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, it's especially here at home. It's nice to run, and it's a good race, so I'm happy enough to have got the win.
Describe the race for me if you could.
I got out okay. My start wasn't great, but then I just worked and picked up and got past the girls and sort of just tried to relax and not push too hard.
And in terms of times, 11.69, are you happy enough?
Well, it's pretty slow, but you know the end of my race wasn't flat out, so and it's I'm just happy to be out racing and out winning, and hopefully the times will come in the next few races.
The Commonwealth Games very much just around the corner. What's your movements between now and then?
Well, mostly it'll be the the national championships will be just before the week, and then I have a couple other things, but I haven't got them finalised yet. So, but the Commonwealth's only really 3 weeks away, so it's not long.
The best of luck in Glasgow.
Thank you.
So the men's 100 metres features Craig Lynch of Shercock, Jonathan Browning of Ballymena and Antrim, Jamie Davis of UCD, Leon Reid of Birchfield Harriers, who's on his way to the Commonwealth Games, along with Peter Glass. And also in the field, Carl McLean and Oliver Back. It's not the Olympic 100 metres final, so the hush absent this evening. But we have had a very good start from Leon Reid and from Craig Lynch, and they're beginning to come into their own now. It's between these two. It's Reid and Lynch, and Reid just pulling away. Takes it from Craig Lynch. 10.62, the winning time unofficial. And Leon Reid of Birchfield Harriers gets the victory ahead of Craig Lynch by around 700ths of a second. Reid on his way to the Commonwealth Games for Northern Ireland. And that will give his confidence a big lift going into it.
Yeah, and a good run too there from Craig Lynch from Shercock, who's come to prominence really as one of Ireland's top sprinters this year. He ran in Tallinn in the European Team Championship there recently, and he'll be well pleased with that run, which is just short of his personal best.
So Leon, safely home first in the 100 metres. Happy enough with that?
Yeah, it was first time putting on this vest and I won a race, so it's looking good for Glasgow.
Yeah, Glasgow obviously the main thing on your agenda in the next few weeks. How's your preparations going?
It's 50-50. I had an accident a few weeks ago. Broke my cheekbone, broke my nose, had concussion, so I lost like 3 weeks of training, but now I'm back. I'm slowly getting back into it.
And this was never going to be a fast time in the conditions that are here on this track, 10.62, but still just about 2/10 outside your PB.
Yeah, it was not bad at all. I love this track coming in, and it's just a little warm up for the weekend, so I've got BAL on the weekends.
Twice Dublin Marathon champion Paul Hannon, the one to watch from lane 2 in this 100 metres wheelchair. He's alongside Samantha Kinghorn of Red Star, Jim Corbett of Torque Racing Club, Jack Agnew and Patrick Monaghan. And Hannon looks so in control. Now his colleague Jack Agnew, his club teammate, is making his way down in lane 7, but it's still going to be Hannon to win. Very impressively ahead of Jack Agnew, with Samantha Kinghorn third. She's on her way to the Commonwealth Games in Scotland. 17.01 the winning time. An excellent night in the field events, and the pole vault the most spectacular. Second place for Claire Wilkinson of Ballymena and Antrim, unable to go past 3:71. But Zoe Brown had another terrific night. She just kept on clearing. She's now ranked 2nd in the Commonwealth, ahead of the Commonwealth Games, setting a new Northern Ireland all-comers record on the night of 4 metres 31. She looks in great form. In the high jump, Anna Macaulay of City of Lisburn finished in 4th place by clearing 1 metre 50. And though she didn't get this one, Rebecca Rutherford of North Down got over 155. Top 2 coming from the City of Lisburn. Anna McElmoyle was 2nd and Phoebe Tanhier winning. She cleared 160. A 7 metre attempt seeing Colin Burke of Sligo finished 4th in the men's long jump. Alan Kennedy of North Down was 7 centimetres better in 3rd. Kieran Dolan of Liverpool Harriers in Finn Valley in 2nd place, going out to 7 metres 15. But all of the work was done early for Adam McMullen of Crusaders, 7 metres 59, and he bags the gold. Into the javelin, and Michael Gaffney of North Down won the silver medal in this, 50 metres 08, his best of the night. He was almost 2 metres behind the eventual winner, again from City of Lisburn, Christian Robinson, claiming victory in the javelin.
Mary, welcome to your own track. Maybe you should be welcoming me. It's great to have such a high quality field here in Belfast.
And a great facility, and big crowd. It's wonderful, and some international athletes, which is great.
What are you most looking forward to seeing this evening?
Well, I've been enjoying watching Zoe Brown in the pole vault. She's just broken the record. I'm looking forward to 1,500 metres. In fact, I love it all. I love to see the primary school children here because they're the future.
Commonwealth Games coming up in a very few weeks in Scotland, where of course one of your Commonwealth golds you also won in Scotland.
Yeah.
You must be very much looking forward to that event.
I am indeed. I've been to every Commonwealth Games since '58 except Delhi. So I think I've attended more games than most people, and I'm really looking forward to it.
And in terms of Northern Ireland's prospects in the Glasgow Games, where do you see the best chances?
Well, we have a man, David Calvert, doing his 10th Commonwealth Games as a shooter, so he's got a lot of experience. We also have Sarika Brown, who's a wonderful swimmer, and we have some athletes.
Sarika McMahon.
McMahon, sorry, yes. Sarika, thank you. And you know, nobody ever knows who's going to win. That's why we have these games. And sometimes there's a nice surprise comes along. So hopefully, you know, Madeleine Perry in the squash is 8th ranked, but a bit of luck and she could get through. You know, so you just never know.
And in terms of the other athletes coming from other parts of the world, who are you most looking forward to seeing?
Well, of course, Usain Bolt.
How did I know you'd say that?
Well, I saw him win his Olympic medals, and it's wonderful to see that quality. But also, you know, just being in the atmosphere of a Commonwealth Games, which are the friendly games, and everybody enjoys meeting up with old contestants, friends, you know. So it's a really good experience, and I love going to the boxing, and I hope Paddy Barnes and Michael Conlon do well this time round too.
And of course, as you said, you missed Delhi 4 years ago. This one's a lot easier to get to.
It certainly is, and I hope a lot of people from here will go over and support our athletes and competitors, because it helps, you know, if you're competing and you know somebody cares about you winning.
And Mary, enjoy the Commonwealth Games when you're there, and enjoy the rest of this evening.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
A strong field for the men's 1,500 metres features the man that won last year's race, Collis Birmingham from Australia. So 3 3/4 laps of the track, and there's a very strong Australian contingent here. Ryan Gregson and Collis Birmingham will both be involved in the 1,500 metres at the Commonwealth Games. Birmingham in the 5,000 as well. Jordan Williams from Victoria also involved here, but we see too Owen Everard of Kilkenny City Harriers, David McCarthy of West Waterford AC, Andrew Cosgren, who had a great year in the school circuit on the track and in the cross country, and Paul Robinson, who got victory in the European Team Championships in Tallinn, competed in the Bislett Games in Oslo. Also in this, David Harper, Joe Warren, Jack Crabtree, Sam McEntee, and the pace setter at the front is Phelan Kelly.
Phelan is well attuned with pacemaking duties. He's well known on the circuit for this, and he's also very good at it. Last year we had a great battle in this race between Collis Birmingham and Paul Robinson, with Collis coming out top. Paul Robinson has emerged as the top Irish 1,500 metre runner really over the last couple of years, given that Kieran O'Linnard has been suffering so much from injury. So Irish 1500 metre running really has a new star. Paul won the European Team Championship 1500 metres just a few weeks ago, so his confidence is high. He's a 3:35 man. And the other Irish that we'll be looking closely at are the likes of David McCarthy and Owen Everard. David too has the qualifying time for the European 1500 metres. And this is what these boys now are starting to think about. The season is moving on. They're starting to think those who haven't qualified for championships are looking to qualify, and those who have are looking to show a bit of form. So the real race is back in the pack behind Phelan and Joe Warren there.
Yes, and look at all those fluorescent yellow singlets. They belong to Ryan Gregson and to Collis Birmingham and to Paul Robinson. Robinson having a terrific year, and he beat some good talent. Winning in Tallinn, one of 4 individual victories that Ireland enjoyed. The best team on the track. Results on the field were not conducive to their happiness though. Joe Warren now will take up the story as the pacemaker Phelan Kelly. He's done his job and he steps aside. Robinson looking ready to pounce. Birmingham defending his title. Gregson, the Australian record holder, looking to go well here too.
Yeah, Robinson is poised nicely. He's running with great confidence this season, and I'd say he would like to avenge that defeat by Birmingham last year. He's better now than he was this time last year, and right now as we come up to the bell, he's in prime position.
Yeah, 4 Australians in this, and they're taking up 3 of the top 4. David McCarthy in the blue is moving up on the inside, but in the white singlet from the front, based in Villanova, another Australian, Sam McEntee. But Paul Robinson has shown some great form so far this year. He's getting Diamond League invites now, and he's happily ensconced where he is at the moment in second place, but beginning to move up again is Sam McEntee. David McCarthy on the inside, lying in 4th place, but Robinson, Birmingham, Gregson looking to tee it up between themselves here.
Yeah, Gregson and Robson now putting a little bit of a gap there, and the white Villanovan vest of Sam McEntee moving strongly into 3rd. David McCarthy losing touch slightly coming around by the bend, and Owen Everard, who has a very good kick at the back of that pack, would need to get moving soon. But it looks like Robinson has made his strike for home.
Well, Birmingham is going backwards. Robinson has pounced at the right time. Gregson trying to catch him on the line, but Robinson looks over and wins it. Robinson takes it ahead of Gregson in 2nd, McEntee 3rd. Birmingham won last year, finishes in 4th place with Owen Everard in 5th and David McCarthy 6th.
What I liked about that run from Paul Robinson was the sheer maturity of it, the control factor. He looked like a winner from about 600 metres out. He controlled really the last 600 metres in a fashion that allowed him to distribute his energy properly, and he came up the straight like a man who no way was he going to be beaten. Very encouraging from him. Owen Everard too finished strongly in fifth position, just ahead of David McCarthy.
Paul, congratulations. You saw off a strong field there, including Gregson, to take that race. Good time as well.
Yeah, no, good time in them conditions. We kind of thought it might be a bit slow tonight just because it's a bit blustery out there in the weather, but I knew it was going to be real stiff competition. I was training with these boys 4 months of the year and they're phenomenal athletes, so to get the win over them, I knew it wasn't going to be easy, so I'm delighted with it.
Of all the races, 1500 is one of those that can go all sorts of ways. How was this race?
Well, this was kind of a slow tactical, you know, like Ryan Greggs has ran 3:31, Collis has ran 3:35, and I've ran 3:35 myself, so it's a bit off our personal best, but you know, 3:40 closing in a 40-second last 300 I think is what you need to be able to do at a championship, so hopefully I can do that again when it needs to be done.
And were you confident coming into the straight that you could hold Gregson off?
Yeah, I was feeling really comfortable the whole way, kind of, and I just knew I had to kind of sit up the front and kind of cover the move when Collis started going, and down the back straight I was pretty confident that no one was going to be able to get by me, and I looked over my shoulder with 20 to go and I still had a bit of work to do because Gregson was coming flying, you know.
Zurich very much on the horizon. What's your plans in the next few weeks?
Well, it's going to be European, so it's going to be very tough, you know, but to make a final is the main aim out there, and then hopefully just run a good race if I get to the final.
So the women's 400 metres, 2 from England, 1 from Scotland, 1 from Wales, 1 from Ireland and 2 from Northern Ireland.
The form girl in this race is Shanna Cox from Woodford Green in England. She has a lifetime best of 50.84 seconds. She's 52.11 this season. She's considerably faster than the rest of the girls in the field, so she's the one to look at.
Away first time, Cox in 3, Lauren Bleakin in 4, Kirsten McCaslin 5, Laura Mannix 6 and Mandy Galt 7. The ones realistically to watch out for Shanna Cox from Woodford Green, having a very good year. 52.11 her best so far this season, which is better than the rest of the field. Mannix is a 52.73, Cox 50.84 lifetime best. She's looking very comfortable at the moment. A little bit more so than Louise Holmes and Jenny O'Brien, who are working hard to keep up with these at the moment. But Cox holding her own in 3, McCaslin in 5, Bleakin in lane 4 at this Belfast International at the Mary Peters track as they pass the Mary Peters statue. Is this where Shanna Cox or Kirsten McCaslin come into their own? It's England against Scotland here. It's Cox in 3, it's McCaslin in 5. Cox just has the slight advantage. Bleakin trying to fight back for England in 3rd place, but Shanna Cox wins it. Kirsten McCaslin 2nd, Lauren Bleakin 3rd, Laura Mannix 4th, England, Scotland, England, Wales, and the 3 Irish athletes take up the next 3 spots. 53.97 the winning time.
Yeah, good race, good competitive race without it being an outstanding time for women of these calibre, but good win for Shanna Cox.
So Cox wins, that's been rounded down to 54.01. McCaslin 2nd, 54.30. Bleakin and Mannix battling for 3rd and 4th.
Shanna, not a particularly fast time, but a win is a win is a win.
Yeah, it's all about execution. Time. It's all about being competitive. You know, the time is going to be what it's going to be. So.
And your preparations for the Commonwealth, how are they going so far?
They're going well. I'm just coming off of Sainsbury British Championship, so we haven't done much training. You know, it's been only a few days, so I think we'll start gearing up in a few days.
And the race in general, did it pan out as you thought it would?
Yeah, I think every time I get on the track, my aim is just to kind of go out there and execute a good race, work on a few things, and I was able to do that today.
Very well done.
The men's 400 metres, this should be interesting. Mark English stepping down for the 800 in this to take on Brian Gregan. They both won in Tallinn at the European Team Championships a few weeks ago. It's English in 3, Jason Harvey in 4, Timmy Crowe in 5, Brian Gregan in 6, Paul Murphy of Ferrybank in 7, and Andrew Mellon of North Down is in lane 8.
This is going to be a very interesting race. Brian Gregan is the form man, or obviously the fastest man in the race, but he hasn't really been setting the track alight this year. So he's under pressure from all the other competitors. And the one man he'll be wary of inside is Mark English, who on paper is over a second slower than Brian, but he's in the form of his life. He's just looking to run as fast as he can over 400 metres to hone his speed. But he's on the inside of Brian, and he's 3rd lane. He's on the inside lane, in fact, in the race, so he can judge the whole thing from a coming through perspective, which is a great thing for an 800-metre runner who has real speed and control and strength. This is interesting.
Well, they're away first time. English doesn't have a 400 metres mark for this year. His personal best is 47.27. Gregan off well. So too is Timmy Crowe in lane 5, and actually Jason Harvey's going very strongly at the moment, catching up with Crowe on his outside. Harvey in the blue, Crowe in the orange, English in lane 3 in the very bright orange, and Gregan storming clear at the moment, looking good at the halfway mark, but we'll see where they are when they straighten up. English is now beginning to come into his own, but Gregan with the slight lead. Harvey now beginning to tie up and tie back. Crowe trying to move up. It's now Mark English coming into his own, and how at 400 metres. That's a superb kick, and Mark English wins, and he's taken 3/4 of a second off his lifetime best, and Brian Gregan finishes in 2nd place. Paul Murphy is 3rd, but Mark English leads the way and wins in the 400 in Belfast.
Oh, that's a sensational result. That result will reverberate around Irish athletics. There you have the 800-metre specialist taking on the 400-metre specialist. It's not meant to work out this way, but Mark English has taken the scalp of his life there, taking it with Brian Gregan, and that's devastating result for Brian Gregan, but it's so encouraging for Mark English.
Mark English, cracking race, first through the line, but more importantly, a lifetime best.
Yeah, absolutely thrilled. I wanted to go under 47 seconds today, so that was the aim and I got the job done. All the guys that are making the finals at the Europeans, they can run 46 seconds, so I know I need to be in that territory. And it's good confidence now to take from that race today going forward.
If your aim was to break 47, you've really smashed it, 46.56.
Yeah, I just said I wanted to kind of get up on Jason Harvey at 200, be beside him, and then keep my eye on Brian Gregan for the last 200. And it was very, very nice to kind of work off him, and that helped a lot coming down the home straight. We had a battle with him, so delighted with that result today.
400-metre runners are notoriously self-critical. Were there any parts of the race that you think, looking back, you could improve on?
I wasn't out as quick as I was last year at Nationals, but I don't think I've been doing the same amount of speed work as I was that time last year. But other than that, I think I executed it perfectly, and I got a PB, so I can't complain.
Zurich looms large on the horizon at the moment. Talk us through your plans between now and then.
So I'm going to go off to Italy next week. There's an 800-metre race in Lignano, and I'm going to try to break the Irish record there. And the Martin Games are on the 11th of July then after that. Then you got Nationals the following weekend, and between Nationals then and the Europeans, I just have a training stint, so I'm going to get back to working some endurance work again.
It's not every day you break a personal best, so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So this is the 400 metres B race. There's just 4 going in this. It's Alex Fields of Bristol and West in 2, his club colleague Theo Campbell in 3, Conor McLaughlin of Strabane in 4, and Adam McComb of North Down is in lane 6.
Well, after the excitement of the last 400 metres, it's going to be interesting to see what this quartet can produce, but it still is a very strong field with Theo Campbell and Adam McComb looking like the cream of it.
Well, I should tell you that just like Mark English, Theo Campbell doesn't actually have a 400 metres mark to his name, but he does have a lifetime best of 48.10. He's actually going very well in lane 3 at the moment. Alex Fields, his club colleague, trying to keep up in lane 2, but strongly on the outside is Adam McComb of North Down. And now Campbell, as we straighten up, is going to hit the front very impressively. He's well clear, Theo Campbell. Adam McComb, the only one close to him at the moment, but Campbell's not going to be beaten tonight. This is a very good, impressive performance from Theo Campbell, and he's going to win. 48.14, the clock stops that. Adam McComb is second, Conor McLaughlin third, Alex Fields in 4th place, but, well, 48.14 is where the clock stopped. And that would have put him in 6th place in the A race. So, well, it was the B race, so maybe that's fair enough.
Tried to get out well. I didn't want to walk really short, pace the first 200, so I thought I'd run through relaxed. And then I got to about a 300 point, and then I found myself tying up a tiny bit. But it's just a great lack of race fitness, really. So it's just good to be out again.
Yeah, it's really.
Well, lots of community races on here, and this is one of them, the 800 metres under 15 boys race, and it features Sean Terrick of City of Lisburn, Aaron McGlynn of Glenfin, Charlie McElwain of Lifford AC, his club colleague Conor McGinley. They won the national cross-country inter-counties relay for under 14 boys for Donegal. Sean Corey of Omagh Harriers and Omagh CBS, Desiree Bamisile of Willowfield Harriers, and Matthew McGrattan of East Down. You'll notice that most of them are wearing red, but at the moment leading the way is Sean Corey of Omagh Harriers and Omagh CBS, the Northern Ireland champion. He's the Ulster Schools cross-country champion and on the track as well, but he won the All-Ireland Schools cross-country title down at Cork IT. You might have seen that down at the junior grade a couple of months ago, back in March. Very good, comfortable competitor. He's 2 years in athletics now, and he's got a good lead of around 10 metres already over Conor McGinley in 2nd place and his Lifford colleague Charlie McElwain in 3rd. There's the bell. Desiree Bamisile of Willowfield Harriers in 4th place, and now moving up into 3rd. Behind them, Sean Terrick of City of Lisburn in the red and black. Matthew McGrattan behind also. But look how far in front Sean Corey is. Well, he's looking a very good talent. This is an under 15 boys race. Sean Corey looking so comfortable, way out, well in front of the rest in this under 15 boys race. He's not going to beat 2 minutes, but he's going to be very, very fast for his age group. The lead that he has is very strong, very comfortable. Nobody's been able to challenge him. It's gone up to around 40 metres at this stage. Conor McGinley and Charlie McIlwain, both of Lifford, tilting for the medals, along with Desiree Bemisele of Willowfield Harriers, and the rear medals for this Mary Peters International as she passes the statue. The real Mary Peters is here as well, by the way. Conor McGinley moves up now into second place. Desiree Bemisele is in third, but they're well behind our winner, and he took the lead pretty much from the gun, and so comfortable. Sean Corey, great victory for the Ulster champion and the All-Ireland champion. 2:07.64 is when the clock stops. Conor McGinley of Lifford AC in second place. Desiree Bemisele is third, with Charlie McIlwain of Lifford fourth and Sean Terrick of City Lisburn fifth. That was great running for someone so young. So the under 15 girls 800 metres features Emma Hutchinson of Ballymena and Antrim, Lucia Warnock of Enniskillen, Enya Higney of Omagh Harriers, Katie O'Connor of Newry, Rhiannon Coulter of Lagan Valley, from North Down AC, Lauren Hamilton and Nia McNally, and Georgia Hamill of Willowfield Harriers. And some really intriguing people in this, and hitting the front in the yellow for Omagh Harriers is the Irish Junior 800 metres schools bronze medalist Enya Higney. And the gold medalist is right alongside her in the black, very tall, Katie O'Connor of Newry AC and St Vincent's Secondary School in Dundalk. And not only is she the National Irish Schools champion at 800 metres, but also in the javelin, where she broke the record in her discipline when she threw 40.77. Emma Hutchinson is in the green, tucked in third place at the moment from Ballymena and Antrim, and she is the Irish Schools Junior 1500 metres champion. We also have Lucia Warnock of Enniskillen, who finished 7th in that 800 metres junior final. She's in the black singlet just on the outside, currently in 4th place. Georgia Hamill just in the back of the lead group at the moment. There's the bell, Rhiannon Coulter just in front of her. 2 in front at the moment. Emma Higney in the yellow from Omagh. Katie O'Connor of Newry AC in the black, reacquainted after their joust in the 800 metres junior final at the All-Ireland Schools in Tullamore, and as usual, what a day that was. Katie O'Connor comfortably on the outside, good pace so far. We have a breakaway group of 5 now: O'Connor, Hutchinson, Higney, Warnock and Coulter, as Georgia Hamill, Lauren Hamilton and Nia McNally have been left behind, and Katie O'Connor is looking to leave the rest behind here as well now. She's made a big move with 200 metres to go. She leads by about 5 metres and she's accelerating. Emma Higney being left behind in third at the moment. Emma Hutchinson has moved up here into second place, and Katie O'Connor, well, how impressive she has looked today into the closing straight. Looks to have gone at the right time here. Plenty of movement for second place between Hutchinson, Higney and Warnock, but O'Connor has got enough of a gap here. 800 metres and javelin Irish Schools champion wins on the Mary Peters track, with Emma Hutchinson second, Emma Higney next third, Lucia Warnock fourth, fifth is Rhiannon Coulter of Lagan Valley. Georgia Hamill's coming up in 6th place for Willowfield Harriers. Well, good win, another great win in what a magnificent summer for Katie O'Connor. She's getting used to finishing number 1. So one of the feature events of the night, the men's 110 metres hurdles. It's Adam Hill in 1, Owen Power in 2, Julian Ortiz of Birchfield Harriers in 3, Ben Reynolds of Ireland and North Down in 4, Jarrett Eaton of the United States in 5, Jake Porter in 6, Tom Reynolds, Ben's brother in 7, Mark McGarvey, City of Derry Spartans in lane 8. A big summer for Reynolds, going to the Commonwealth Games for Northern Ireland. Away first time. Solid start from Jared Eaton in 5 and Ben Reynolds in 4, and now Reynolds is going for it. Julian Ortiz keeping up with him at the moment, but Reynolds, who won here last year, showing exceptional class again. Ben Reynolds wins comfortably. 13.82, Ortiz in 2nd, Jake Porter in 3rd, 2 Birchfield Harriers left in Reynolds' wake. Tom Reynolds in 4th place. Jared Eaton didn't finish, he was struggling towards the end, but no struggle for Ben Reynolds. Good victory.
So I'm joined by what might sound like a law firm, Reynolds and Reynolds. Ben, the winner in the high hurdles this evening. Congratulations. Just talk us through your race.
Yeah, gun went off, block slipped. Blocks went back quite a bit, and so initially in my head I was like, oh, there you go, but immediately from there I was like, well, let's see what we can make of it from with that, and got into it reasonably well, and actually felt that I was aligning in ways I haven't so far, so it's sort of added to the repertoire. I've definitely sort of activated some extra speed in a few of those hurdles, so yeah, all in all.
Glasgow getting closer by the day. How's the preparations going in general?
Yeah, really nice. I really like this. I really enjoy this part of this phase of the season. It's training volume reduces, more rest days and more quality training. And yeah, really enjoying it. It's the gains seem to appear out of nowhere because the adaptations from winter seem to sort of integrate and start appearing. So yeah, it's a really enjoyable phase of the season. So yeah, just relaxing and letting it flow.
Tom, as well as being Ben's brother, you're also his coach. I don't suppose you get too much of a chance to critique it from the race itself, but how's his preparation going from wearing your coaching hat?
It's going well. This is the second race we've had against each other this season, and I might concentrate on my race for the first half, and then I'm looking over to my left, seeing how he's doing. I can still manage to hurdle, been doing it enough years to do it without thinking, but no, he's exactly where he needs to be. He's a few races away, a few weeks away from where it's going to happen, so Commonwealths and Europeans coming up, we're where we want to be.
And the ambitions for those two pretty big championships coming up quite shortly. Ben, Commonwealths first, of course, and then the Europeans in Zurich. What would be success if I'm talking to you, at the start of September when the season is drawing to a close?
I mean, in terms of aims, it's to do my best. To do my best to sort of align so that my potential actually shows like it hasn't before, and with that the results will come. The races will be fast and it'll be a great time. So
well, the very best of luck. You have brotherly bragging rights for this evening, so enjoy the rest of your night, lads.
Yeah, thanks.
So the men's 800 metres features Ruben Batt of Kenya, some good talent from Wales, Joe Thomas and Elliot Slade, Christoph Walters too, talented Latvia.
Keep an eye out for young Robert Tully from Star of the Sea, the Irish Schools champion this year. He's a 1:49 man. He brought the record down by over a second, so he's very hot talent, and there's a lot of excitement up Meadway about him.
Well, he's wearing the green and the gold, and he's behind our pace man from North Down AC, Curtis Woods. Batt tucking in on the inside. Lifetime best of 1:44.79. Impressive. It was 5 years ago in Brazil in Belém. Ran 1:47.6 in Nairobi at altitude last month. He's 29 now. James Ledingham just behind him in the familiar West Waterford singlet of white with the blue hoop, and Finn Valley with the exact opposite colours are represented in this from Mark Hoy. But it's been a nice strong start from Robert Tully. Ruben Batt is biding his time behind him, and James Ledingham, well, we see a lot of him on the Grand Prix circuit domestically these days. He's in third place. Joe Thomas of Cardiff currently in fourth.
Well, there's been a lot of good things happening in Irish 800 metre running of late, led of course by Mark English, but Robert Tully is another young man, and it's great to see him with such confidence out there taking on somebody like Ruben, who is a 1:44 man. 1:47 at altitude probably equates to about 1:45 now, so he's in right good shape, and Robert Tully has the courage to take him on.
Well, Tully has gone for this, the schools champion. Batt on his shoulder, Ledingham in third. Mark Hoy and Finn Valley in fourth place. Christoph Walters, the Latvian who runs for Clonliffe Harriers and Ventspils back home. He's won Latvian medals this year, but it's all going to be about a Kenyan tonight in the 800 metres. Ruben Batt is going to win, and look at the margin of victory. He just stormed away in the final 60 metres. Tully finishes in second place. That'll be very close, maybe to a lifetime best for him, which was 1:49.95 going into this. Joe Thomas is third for Cardiff, Elliot Slade fourth, Carl Griffin fifth for Abbey, with Mark Hoy sixth, Christoph Walters seventh. But, well, Ruben Batt, he just showed his class in the end.
Oh, without a doubt, Ruben was the class of the field, but for young Tully, Robert Tully, it was another personal best. He chipped it down now to 1:49.15. He is really exciting, and Mark English, as he moves towards world class, will be wary of what's happening in the kitchen at home.
Ruben, welcome to Ireland, welcome to Northern Ireland. Congratulations on winning that race. How was it for you?
Actually, it was not very bad, but the problem is the weather. It is very windy and it's very cold for me, so I had to push now to achieve my time. Otherwise, this is not bad. but the problem is weather. Yeah.
And certainly 147, you know, on a cold track, not at altitude, you'll be happy enough with that.
Yeah, I'm very happy for that time. 147 for the weather like this is good. But I want to in Ireland. I'm also racing in Ireland, not Ireland.
Ireland, yeah.
So if the weather is good, I will have to improve my time to 144, 145.
So the 800 metres B race, everybody from Ireland, north and south in this. Away at the first time of asking is Brian Kelly of St Albans, Cormac Kelly of DCU, Oisin O'Callaghan of Newry, Mark MacDonald of Clonliffe, Gareth Hill of Ballymena and Antrim, Richard Owens of UCD, Michael Quinn of Annandale Striders, Andrew Wright of Willowfield, Dara Green of Dunleer, Neil McCartan of East Down, Eric Keogh of the Nor Harriers.
Brian Kelly will consider himself unlucky not to have been in the earlier international 800 metre race, because he looks by far the strongest man in this field. He's second in the national championships last year. He's a sub 150 man. He really should have been in the other race. Unless something dramatically goes wrong here, I would expect him to win this.
Well, Niall Toohey was entered into this as well. He also a sub 150 man, but he hasn't started out in this. Well, that's quite a gap that's opened up, and now Brian Kelly has the chance to move up swiftly and strongly as he surges clear of Richard Owens of UCD. And the paceman steps off, as we suspected he was. It was very, very fastly paced, and Brian Kelly went by his own pace, and he's strode away here comfortably from Richard Owens. At the moment in third place is Andrew Wright of Willowfield Harriers. It's a good one.
Yeah, Brian has a good lead now. He's pulling away as befits the fastest man in the field. He looks good there. He's priming nicely for the national championships now next month, and he looks in really good shape there. And good race behind, I think, for the minor placings.
Well, he comes into the closing straight, and Brian Kelly won't be caught now. He's looking very comfortable. Richard Owens in second place. Michael Quinn of Annandale is moving forward. In third place is Andrew Wright of Willowfield right now. Victory for Brian Kelly, 150.63. Bit of movement on the line. Michael Quinn finishing in second place, and Andrew Wright finished strongly. He takes third ahead of Richard Owens in fourth, and Gareth Hill was fifth.
Yeah, I think Brian will be well pleased with that 150.64 winning time. Should have been in the other race though.
Yeah, I'm happy enough, yeah. It's been a long time coming. It's my second fastest race this year. Won 150.4 there last week in League Slip, the opening meet for Lecale AC. But I've been trying, it's the first time I'm back fit now in 2 years. My PB is like 149.5, and came second national seniors that year. But injuries and work and stuff in college, last 2 years have been up and down, but now I'm getting a bit of constant form now. I'm happy enough.
So the women's 800 metres, Scotland, Australia, Wales and Ireland, North and South all represented here. So we're underway for Ireland. We've got Claire McSweeney, Becky Woods, Fiona Cahoe, Ciara Everard of Kilkenny City Harriers. From Northern Ireland, Anne-Marie McGlynn, Aisling Crossy and Erin McElveen. For Wales, Jade Williams, Rachel McClay and Julia Cook. Laura Crowe is in this as well from React AC. Again, having a very good year, finished second in the European Team Championships in Tallinn. Selma Kajan of New South Wales, Australia. Well, she's got the Commonwealth Games to look at. She ran here and at the Morton Games last year along with Kelly Hetherington. And Hannah Tarver of Edinburgh AC and Scotland completes the set.
Yeah, you've got to say all of these girls are in this race looking for something out of it. The visitors, the Aussies, the Scots, obviously with the Commonwealth Games up and coming, they're looking to put down a marker, see what their form is like. The likes of Laura Crowe, Ciara Everard, Aisling Crossy are looking for European qualifying times. This year it's 2:01.30. Laura Crowe is probably the form girl of the Irish at the moment, and that's her in second place.
Yeah, she's in second place behind Selma Kajan, with Hannah Tarver of Scotland in third place. Kajan and Tarver both have set personal best this year of 2:02.13, and Laura Crowe, well, she's a lifetime best of 2 seconds. Her season's best is 2:02. And she's hanging on well at the moment in second place. Kajan in front. Crow coming up alongside her shoulder now, and Tarver also looking somewhat dangerous. Jade Williams of Wales in the red, just beginning to fall back a little bit, as Kajan is now, as she goes back into third. Laura Crow in front, Tarver in second place, and Kajan an outsider right now, and it's between these three. Laura Crow beginning to see her a lot more regularly in the Diamond League circuit now. She ran in Oslo in the Bislett Games. It was good to see her do so well in Tallinn in the European teams as well. But Hannah Tarver is going to win this for Scotland, and Crow's having a battle to defend second. It's third for Laura Crow in the end, second for Selma Kajan of New South Wales, who always seems to enjoy her time on Irish soil. But it's victory for Hannah Tarver of Edinburgh AC in Scotland, 2:02.72.
Nothing like an 800-metre race to rouse a crowd, and that was a really storming finish there between Tarver, Kajan and Crow. I'd be well pleased with Laura Crow's run there. She gave it a great go, came off the straight leading, and she'll learn from that. Someday she's going to stay out there and nobody's going to catch her.
Hannah, first across the line, congratulations. Just outside your season's best though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy with that. My season's best 2:02.1, so it's not far off there. But like, I quite enjoyed the race because I had someone in front of me that I could follow and then aim for to try and get past at the end. So that was good. But yeah, there's a bit of a delay with the races, so I didn't know sort of how I'd feel running because I've been warming up for quite a long time now. But yeah, it was okay. I felt quite good.
Well, Ben St. Lawrence took it up 3, 4, 5 laps to go. Virtuoso stuff, well out in the zone, a solid victory, a very good boost for Glasgow. He'll be up against some very big names. He'll be up against the Kenyans, he'll be up against Mo Farah, but Ben St. Lawrence has beaten everybody in Belfast tonight. He'll get victory on the Mary Peters track in the Belfast International. Ben St. Lawrence has lapped most of the field, and he wins in 13:27.71. It's 7 seconds outside Steve Ovett's Northern Ireland All-Comers record. And Batt does take second place ahead of Mark Christie, but he didn't break 14 minutes, and he didn't break the European qualifying time either. He looks a good prospect. We saw that in Tallinn. What was a very positive weekend for Ireland in the European Team Championships, particularly on the track.
Yeah, well, I think the fact that Kevin Batt did beat athletes of the calibre of Mark Christie, John Travers, Mark Hanrahan, whom we know so much about, is good evidence that he has it in him to be good for Irish athletics. It didn't happen for him tonight, but there's plenty more opportunities in the weeks ahead to have a go.
And so there you have it, the Belfast International Athletics meet draws to a close. Plenty of highlights: Mark English's personal best in the 400 metres, Zoe Brown's all-time record in the pole vault, and a cracking 1500 metres among them. And best of all, the rain held off. Well, almost. We'll see you again next time.